What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the video. Just woke up, 5:45 a.m. Birds are chirping, man. The sunrise is, obviously I'm farther east now, so I think the sunrise at like 5:15. It's freaking awesome because I'm an early bird gets a worm type of guy. I just love waking up early. I go to bed at 9:30 every night, so I usually wake up between 5:15 and 6 every morning. But the birds, man, they've been singing their sympathies. What's the word I'm looking for? They've been singing their songs outside, man. They've been waking me up, which is good. It's a natural alarm clock, which I'll take. But getting a full day today, well, it's a Monday, so I had a rest day yesterday. I'm feeling great. We got legs today, hard, heavy leg day. I'm also going to show you kind of a full day of eating and the meal plan I'm following, and then just other stuff along the way. So getting breakfast cooked up right now. I'm going to run through my meal plan real quick that I got, and we'll get the day rolling. All right. So I wanted to show what my meal plan is looking like right now. So I work with Aaron Wood, so highly recommend if you're looking for a nutrition coach. I'll put his Instagram in the bio. Reach out to him if you're looking for it. But he's helped a lot. We actually used to coach together, so it's been incredibly helpful. I think it's our fourth week together, and last week was my best week so far, and I'm feeling good, looking good. But anyways, want to run through today. So today is a lower body high carb day. So our goal is 206 protein, 584 carbs, baby. I'm carb maxing, 48 fats, some fiber. So it's, I believe, 6 meals. Yep. So meal 1, breakfast, and I'll make alterations throughout based on what I've been doing, but 3 eggs, 100 grams of liquid egg whites. I hate egg whites and I love turkey. So what I've been doing is replacing that with about 2.5 to 3 ounces of turkey, banana or some sort of fruit. I have mandarins on a banana, so I have that, honey, and then sourdough. Have that now, but we'll run through the full meals. Before I lift, we'll have the pre-workout, 100 grams of Rice Krispies. I'll probably go 100 grams of Rice Krispies and 16 ounces of skim milk. It comes out to about 100 grams of carbs. So what I've been doing, I've been wanting to get more fruit in. So I've been going like a pound of watermelon, which is like 50 grams of carbs, and then the rest of carbs coming in the form of cereal and milk. Usually I've been going with Golden Grams, but we'll see what we grab today. I got to get some new ones. Intra workout, this has been the game changer, which I'll show. It's just, quick digesting carbs. We got fuel, we got electrolytes and water as needed. Post workout, we want proteins, we got chicken, we want carbs too. So as you notice, ton of carbs pre-training, because I like training midday. So I have breakfast, usually have that. I usually train around 11. Ton of carbs pre-training, ton of carbs intra-training, and then a ton of carbs after with some rice and then some OJ, baby. So have that, and then late in the evening, we'll have some more meat, sweet potato, avocado. Some of these might adjust. I'll probably be pretty close to that is what I'll aim for. This one, usually I kind of adjust as needed, but I try to hit the macros and then finish the day off with some Greek yogurt and all that. Now, one thing with the meal plan, the last couple of weeks, I know I've talked a lot about the binge eating kind of being a big struggle of mine. Last week was the first week I've gone without binge eating. So I know it's only been 7 days, but it feels good. It was like the weeks I don't binge eat, man, it's like I feel so good mentally and just I look so much better physically. So obviously that's been a big struggle of mine. So that's kind of why I started working with a nutritionist as well. One, I want to maximize my performance and just get a better understanding of nutrition. I think I have a decent understanding, but it's like stuff like this, man, like having someone to follow, I think is helpful. Like I know how important carbs are, but I would never think of having almost 600 grams of carbs in a day and minimal fats, For me, I usually just aim for calories and then just, 220 protein and then the fats and carbs make it the rest of the day. But now that I'm actually maximizing the carbs, like last week, I think I averaged about 500 carbs a day. My training sessions were elite. I'm hitting numbers every session. My workouts are between 2:15 and 3 hours lifting. I'm in that gym forever, and it's easy to kind of bunk throughout the lift. I feel great throughout the lift, and that's because of the intra workout. And the post workout I replenish. So highly recommend just being more in tune with your nutrition, carb maxing. I know carbs, sometimes people see them as the enemy. Carbs are freaking good. You don't get fat by overeating carbs, you get fat by overeating carbs and fats, excessive amount. Carbs, we know that's what fills the gas tank, baby. That's what makes you go. And I think at the end of the day, it's like, training is what I love doing. So I want to do everything that I can around training to make it the best session ever. Who doesn't love a sick pump and feeling good in the gym throughout? So if I can control that pretty much on a daily basis, I would be a fool not to. So that's why I've really been hammering that. I will say the last couple of weeks, I haven't been following the meal plan. What we've been doing is more aiming for macros just because of the binge eating. It probably wasn't a good time to follow the meal plan exactly. So I've been, as I showed the macros in the beginning, I've just been aiming to get as close to that as possible. But I have been essentially having the same breakfast, pre-workout, intra-workout. It's more the last couple of meals have been different. But today And this week I want to get back and follow the meal plan at least like 90% wise, because hopefully the binge eating, it's not, I mean, it's better. It probably will still happen, but I think I got a little more control over it. It's not as rapid. Like I binge ate last weekend. I put on some weight. It's such a mental thing. I've talked a lot about it. Obviously, it's a struggle of mine. It's been for a couple years. Obviously, that's one of the huge reasons as to why I started TRT, looking at my testosterone, seeing how low that was, how that can interlink with kind of the binge eating. And then this cycle, I talked about in one of my previous videos, this cycle of what I do. I actually have the Venn diagram I made right here of why I binge eat, which I'll insert again. But essentially, I overtrain, under fuel, do that for 4, 5, 6 days. My body says, you need fuel. Bang, binge eat 7,000 calories. Because I overeat 7,000 calories, the next 3, 4 days I undereat to make up for it, and then that leads back to the binging. And it's just a cycle, and me and Aaron were talking about it. And it's a cycle. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting right now, but again, I talked about my maintenance calories are a lot higher than I think. I think they might be close to 4. Because I'm walking 16,000 plus steps a day. I'm training for 3+ hours, 6 days a week. I just like moving. So I think my maintenance, I've been guesstimating around like 38. So we're eating around like 33, 34 days. So it's still a minor cut because that's still a goal. It's just a slight cut over, 4 to 6 weeks. And I keep saying that, but hopefully week 1, we actually have a good 4 to 6 week stretch. And I think the big reason is going to be, what I do a lot of the time is I talk about the under fueling is, it'll be like 8 o'clock at night, maybe my goal for that day is 3,300 calories and I'm only at 26. I'm like, I'm not even that hungry. And so I just have like a shake and I have 28. I'm like, okay, I saved 500 calories for today. But that 500 calories I save 3 days in a row, that's what leads to the binges. So I'm being strict, or even if it's like, into the night and it's like, man, I still got, 600 calories left and I got to get this, eat it. We're not banking calories. You're still in a deficit. You're still going to feel good. But at the end of the day, what's number one for me? Yeah, I want to lean out and get better, but my performance is number one. My strength is shooting up. I got some big numbers I'll talk about I want to hit within this next year or next couple months. And it's just so fun to see my training. Man, I had been so plateaued for years, and to actually see progress again, that's why you just got to stick to it, man. Like, you plateau, it gets frustrating, you're like, but you can't lose hope. You got to realize, like, at the end of the day, it's eventually you get out of the plateau, and strength's been going up. So that's kind of the meal plan. That's kind of what we're running through today. It should be a good day, so let's get whipping. All right, I got so excited eating that meal, forgot to actually show what it looked like, but I did take a picture, so that's what the meal looked like. Get following that meal plan all day. Good amount of carbs to start off the day, and then what I do every single morning is I just like getting outside, going for a walk. Now that it's warm out, man, it's so freaking nice. I'm so stoked, but I usually walk for 40 to 60 minutes. Usually I walk down to the bay and back, which is about 20, 25 minutes, and then come on the way back. I'll tell you what, I started doing this. I've been tracking it, so I have this little habit tracker I do. Essentially on Google Sheets, I just track, my sleep, my steps, what my training was for that day, and then I put little habits I want to, aim for. So one of them is like a morning walk, one of them is going to bed by 9:30, one of them is getting a gallon of water, and I put little green or red if I get it. And the morning walk, I started doing this 5 weeks ago, haven't missed a day. It's been like almost 40 days, and it's been a game changer because my average steps have gone up significantly. I'm averaging 16 to 18,000 steps a day the last month, and it really starts because in the morning you start the day off with 6,000 steps. It's so easy to get steps in the rest of the day. It's like a mental thing because it's like, I don't know, you start your day off with some activity, the rest of the day you just want to get moving. And so I've been walking a ton, and it's nice because in the wintertime when I moved here, I would just wake up and I would just go straight to work on my laptop, and it'd be noon and I have like 100 steps, and then at the end of the day at like 6 o'clock every day I'd have to go walk for like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get the rest of my steps in, and I hated that. Knock them out throughout the day. Walking shouldn't be something where it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta go for a walk. Steps should just be something that can, obviously they're important to get, but it should just be, added stuff so you can burn more calories throughout the day. So just find times throughout the day, 10-minute walk here, 15-minute walk there. Promise you it adds up. And I think starting in the morning with it just like that mental flip where you're like, okay, we're just gonna churn out steps today. So step in, what I do, again, I walk. I'm gonna go stop at a gas station. I get an energy drink,
I sip on that sucker as I walk. The caffeine rolls in. Oh, baby, it's sunny out. I will say, I mean, I know obviously I'm a lot farther east than I was in Virginia, but the sun comes up so early here. I think the sun rises at like 5 something. And the birds are singing every morning. It's kind of nice, actually. I wake up at 5:30 no matter what, but I got to wake up at that time because the birds are humming outside my window every morning at like 5:30, which, hey, my natural alarm clock, 9:30 to 5:30 has been my bedtime, so the birds just waking me up. So go get this energy drink. All right, it's one of the best times of the day, which is picking up the energy drink. And I will say, this gas station energy drink selection is crazy, bro. Look at this. They got raspberry rain. That is like the hardest flavor on earth to find. I used to be addicted to that flavor. I don't want that today though, but they got every Monster. Looks like they got every Celsius. They even got Bang, old school Bang. I used to down those in college. But you know what? I've been on a big Alani kick, fellas. Big Alani kick, so we're gonna go. This one's dope. Boys, so I walked down to the water and back. I showed those. That was an elite energy drink selection. I need to hit up that. That was just a random convenience store. Wasn't expecting much. I walked in. That would have been the greatest energy drink. I mean, now I will say there's no bums, there's no 3Ds, which I like both of those as well. But if you know me, Reigns, if you've been watching me for a while, I used to drink 3 Reigns a day for almost 2.5 years. Disgusting. That's 900 milligrams caffeine. I was addicted to that raspberry flavor and the watermelon flavor, but both of those flavors were so hard to find, and I used to go out of my way to find that raspberry. Like old me, me 6 months ago, seeing that raspberry, I would have took him out of stock. I would have added that to the mental map, and I'd be like, all right, this is the gas station that's got him, and I would go there every day to get that raspberry. When I was in Richmond, man, I knew every grocery store, gas station within like a 10-mile radius that had it. And throughout the 3 years I was there, less and less had them, and you'd have to go around. I would go to like 5 different gas stations just to find that flavor. So I'm glad I'm not that heavily. It's actually a good thing. I still drink a lot of energy drinks. I still have probably, how much caffeine do I have a day? I have probably 600 a day. Now that is a huge turn from the 900 to a gram I used to have. So that's pretty good, but I'm not as addicted to it. I don't crave it as much anymore. I used to like wake up and I was like, I need a raspberry rain, and I would crave it like 3 times a day. Now I don't really crave them as much, so that's good. So that's why and actually, it's funny, I like Alani's now, or Bums, because they're only 12 ounces. And I used to be like, oh, the perfect energy drink would be 32 ounces because I want to drink on it all day. No, now I just want a little bit. So look at me evolving in my older, ripe age of 27, man. I'm not heavily addicted to Reigns. Oh man, I used to go out of the way to find that. So that was a funny find. But old me would have been in heaven right there. But down at the beach, I just came here yesterday. Got a little sun. It was packed. It was pretty cool. The beach is my favorite place on earth. I love going to the beach. So walk down here. I'm gonna walk back now, about a 25-minute walk back, and it's time to work, baby.
All right, we got Golden Graham, 65 grams, 16 ounces of the melon. We'll throw the milk in here, but have this pre-workout. It's about 10:30, and then I'm probably just gonna go to the gym right after I eat this. Good thing about this is quickly digesting, so typically it takes me about have this like an hour before, but it doesn't leave my stomach upset. That's kind of why I go with this. There's other stuff I've had pre-workout that I just don't like the way it sits. Like I need to eat cream of rice and stuff like that, so I like fruit and cereal. Maybe I'm just used to it and it just goes down easy. But especially when I go to the gym, I hate being hungry in the gym, but I also hate being full. So trying to find that perfect balance, just making sure I'm fueled. Again, carbs are the fuel source. This leg day takes me 2.5 to 3 hours, so it's important to fuel with this. We got this. I'll show you in the car the intro workout. It's gonna be a fun one today. All right, in the car now, we are about to rock and roll, baby. So pre-workout we got here. We got the peach mango flavor. Been absolutely loving this. The essential pre. I'm gonna go 2 scoops. We'll go 1.5 scoops. 2 scoops to be aggressive. trying to cut back on the caffeine. We're going to scoop and a half, 300 milligrams caffeine. And then the next meal, the intra-workout carbs. This has been key. Another product from Raw, the Fuel. So 1 scoop of this has 25 grams of carbs, 100 calories. I'm going to have 4 scoops of this. It's a thick boy, but pretty big water bottle. It tastes delicious as I'm sipping on it. And then throughout the lift, I just sip on this start to finish. And I try not to drink, you know, too much at once. So then, like, literally I'm finishing the last sip on my last set of the workout. This, in conjunction with those pre-workout carbs, absolute fucking cheat code. Absolute, excuse my language, absolute freaking cheat code, boys. It has been so good. Carbs are king, man. Carbs are freaking king. And I needed someone to tell me that and coach me through that and be like, hey, bro, you got to eat 600 carbs a day and you're actually going to look leaner and perform better. Who would have thought? I think sometimes with our nutrition, we overanalyze and we're like, okay, how do you lose weight? You eat less calories than you burn, which obviously is how you do it, but it doesn't mean it has to be all this boring stuff. You know, there's a million ways to do it. And I think that's been the fun thing, like learning more about this nutrition and how to fuel yourself and how to maximize it around training. And again, it may not seem like a lot, but it's become routine to me. And now it's like every day, all right, pre-workout carbs, intra-workout carbs, everything after. So we'll add this, we'll have this now. When I finish this, I'll add this in. And then it's, the legs are in trouble, baby. Oh, the squat rack's in trouble, baby. We're gonna put 535 on that sucker. We're gonna hammer it. I can't wait, baby. We're gonna get into the power work today. We're gonna do a seated box jump. So the box is honestly here just to decrease the landing. Typically I would do a hurdle jump or in place, but a lot of times I do it and it kind of pounds my knees and I end up like, it kind of hurts a little bit before I get in the squat. So I'm just gonna use the box to kind of decrease the landing. So it's not a super high height. I'm trying to land on it with like my legs pretty straight, as straight as possible. And again, it's just there to reduce the impact. But my goal here isn't to just limit myself to the box height. I'm trying to jump as high as possible. It's just there to reduce the landing. So I'm gonna go 15 reps here, and I'm just gonna do one at a time, probably, you know, over the course of like 5-6 minutes, just try to accumulate as many good reps as possible. Probably just gonna do it where I do 1 rep every 20 seconds, you know, just enough rest in between. Obviously it's max output, so it's not about just like doing a million reps and just getting a sweat going. It's max output every rep, punch the ground, try to get as high as possible. Good boys, so we are locked and loaded. We got the top set of weight on 535. Hit 525 for 4 last week. So I'm thinking my goal these next 4 weeks, last week was like the start of the first week, top set 3 to 5 reps and then 2 back offs. Actually I did 3 back offs last week, but we're gonna keep it at 2 back offs in that 5 to 7 range. So adding 10 from last week. The goal, I would say by week 4, I wanna try to hit 545 for a triple. That'd be really cool. So if I could hit 4 with 535, I'd be stoked. But again, all 3 of these sets, I'm just gonna go 0 reps of reserve, 3 really, really hard sets. Been loving this approach. I've seen incredible gains the last, man, I've probably been doing this since February on my squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, top set, 2 back offs, and just going balls to wall on all 3, and my strength has progressively exploded. It's been sick. So just gotten comfortable with heavy weights, and 535 used to psych me the hell out. Now it should be something I rep out. So hit those jumps, end up doing 15 reps, took me like 5 minutes, did 1 rep every 20 seconds. Again, the goal of that is power. Punch, trying to get as high as possible. It's not conditioning, it's power, 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 and that's gonna prime us for these heavy squats. I really like that box because typically I would do it in place or over a hurdle, and honestly I've been doing that, my knees have kind of bugged me after, and then I go in the squats and my knees are tight. That one reduces the impact, it's been awesome. So jumps, power work, and then we get into strength work. Let's get ripping, boys. If the bar ain't bending, you're just pretending. Let's go, fellas, let's go. Listen. All right, I'll take a triple. Got 535 for triple, which honestly I'm pretty happy with. I just like throwing random numbers in my head. I hit 525 barely for 4 last week,
I kind of like doing that. Just throw a random number out there, even though it's probably unrealistic. And then, you know, I didn't get 4, but I got 3. And I'm still stoked with that. So heavy triple there. Now we're going to drop down to 505, so 30 pounds. And we're going to go 2 sets here, 5 to 7. All right, boys, I lied. I'm actually gonna do 3 sets here. The game plan was 1 top set, 2 backoffs, but I hit 505 for 2 sets of 5, and I'm like, I wanna hit a 3x5 here. They're tough sets, but I hit 495 for a 3x5 last week, so it'd be cool to hit this. So I think the game plan, these first 2 weeks, top set in that 3 to 5 range, 3 backoffs, essentially a 3x5 backoff, and then the following 2 weeks after this, I'll probably do 3 working sets. Maybe even 2 heavy sets, 2 sets of like 3, and then 2 backoffs. We'll play. That's the fun thing. I play around with it. Fucking just go hard. Sorry, excuse my language. Just go hard. That's all that matters. So we'll go hard for this 4th set. Lock in, baby. All right, let's go up. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Oh man. Ooh. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. So, posterior chain, main left for you, stiff legged deadlift. So I've been doing RDLs the last couple of weeks, but I'm gonna go back to stiff legged. Only difference, stiff legged, I just go all the way to the ground, pause, come back up. So a little more hamstring, a little less bend in the knee, whereas RDL, I'll start here, a little more bend in the knee, come that mid shin. I wanna do these because I'm deadlifting on my pull day, and my weakest part of my deadlift is my pull off the ground. So I just want to do a little more pulling volume off the ground. And I like stiff legged. They're obviously a great posterior chain movement. RDL, stiff legged, whatever one you choose to do. They're practically the same thing. They're both freaking goated. Just get a strong chain, baby. P-chain power. Nothing better than the post. First off, I love the term posterior chain. I don't know, I just think it's a cool term. I want a powerful posterior chain. It's just cool to say. So we got 455, we're gonna go 3 sets here, essentially being like that 5 to 7. We'll just go 0 reps on that first set and kind of go from there. So yeah, let's rip. Oh, come on. Oh, we got set 3 here. All right, movement 3, 2 hard as hell sets here on the leg press. This, I'm gonna butcher the name, I keep doing it. Ikrin, I know it's not Ikrin, I forgot how you pronounce it. Great brand, I've used this one before, used it last week, really like it. So, 2 brutal sets here. So, here on out, we got 3 more, well, technically we got 4 more moves, but calves don't really count for my overall volume. But it's more, we'll go 2 sets of leg press, 6 to 10. balls to wall, both sets, 2 sets of lying hamstring curls, and then 2 sets of quad extensions, and they'll finish with a couple sets of calves. But heavy squats, heavy RDLs, that takes me so long, but I feel great. The carbs, I just finished the carbs, but I'm feeling really good. So we got 9 plates aside. Goal here is, last week I had 8 and 7, so I want to try to beat last week. If I get 1 rep more, that's progressive freaking overload, baby. But woo, this one, leg press, destroys me every time. I love it. Let's go. Come on. Come on, one time. Oh, come on, one more, big push, big push. Come on. Come on. Don't think, just do it. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Sorry for swearing there. I need to wash my mouth. I need to put money in the swear jar, man. Oh my goodness, that destroyed me. All right, but last week I got 8, I got 9 there. Oh man, that's why I love having a logbook and tracking all your lifts, because, you know, it's easy to be like, oh, I remember I did 9 plates last week, but I forgot how many reps. Having that number there and being like, I did 8 last week and I barely got 8. Let's go for 9, baby. And then you beat it and you're like, oh, hell yeah. Wow, man, that killed me. But let's go 1 more set. That's why I like with leg press. It's 2 hard as hell sets and we're golden. You know, you follow up a hard, heavy set that's balls to wall. You do it again. You freaking do it again. So we got 2nd set here. Whew, that smoked my quads. I love it. I've been loving leg press, man. I was never a leg press guy. Last year I've been leg pressing, you know, after squats. Absolutely love it. Absolutely freaking love it. Listen more, come on, good push. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Holy fuck. Oh, another one to swear jar. Oh my goodness. All right, 2, brutal sets of leg press, but last week I got 8 and 7 with that. I got 9 and 8 this week. So that's 2 more reps, baby. I'm fired up. So I talk about it all the time. Track your lifts, whether it's on a notebook, an app, your phone notes, you know, because it's so easy, like especially your accessory movements, forget what you did the week before. It's like, I know I did 9 plays, but I think I got like 7 and 6 when maybe you got 8 and 7. Gives you something to strive for, because then you have that. I know people are like, oh, don't try to always beat the logbook. You know, I understand that. Sometimes you can't beat it. It's not like every week you're just gonna magically beat it. But especially newer movements or movements you haven't done in a while, I think it is valuable to have that, and you can definitely progress better. Now we got the lying hamstring curl. So this one might be the greatest one ever, the Body Masters, because this pad comes down and then there's constant tension throughout. The amount of lying hamstring curls I've used where there's no tension at the bottom is crazy. So this one is beautiful, and I can actually go kind of heavy on this. Usually laying hamstring curls, usually a seated hamstring curl, I max up the stack. Laying, I'll be lucky to get half the stack. I mean, I guess I'm half the stack on here, but
good enough. We'll go 2 hard sets here. Same thing as the leg press, 6 to 10 range. Ooh, give the hammies some more love. So we kind of go quad handy, obviously squats, stiff legged, leg press, and then light hamstring curls. So I just kind of like alternate back and forth, just kind of, and it makes the most sense. Like I like doing my heavy strength movements and then kind of going down. So there's 3 compound squats, RDLs, leg press, and then more accessory with that light hamstring curls, quad extensions, and calves.
Come on.
Sorry to be breathing right into that mic. Oh. Whew, hell yeah. To finish off the old quads and legs, boys. This one, I like the Atlantis one's pretty sick. Just 2 sets here, you know the deal. 2 hard freaking sets. I like strapping up, honestly. Maybe it's soft, but I stay locked in, keeps my hips down, and I feel like I get some extra reps, so why not use it?
All right, and then last thing of the day, 3 sets. I love calf machines, man. I hate getting to the end of a leg day because I always do calves. I never skip calves. Don't skip your calves. But I hate when I have to like load a bunch of plates on like a leg press or on like a belt squat in order to do calf raises. I love plate loaded calf machines because just walk over. You don't have to. You're fried from the workout. Because the worst, you do a leg press calf raise. I still need like 6 plates aside, so I have to add 12 plates. This is money, man. This one is freaking money. I like these. I hate seated calf raises. Personally, it's just because my ankle mobility is so trash. I just can't get deep enough. Whereas a nice standing one on my shoulders really pushed me down. So all I really try to emphasize on these is that stretch. Really holding it at the bottom for like at least a legit pause, at least 1 second. I in my head count 2, but it's probably really 1 second, and then driving up. So big stretch, squeeze. Here we go. 3 sets, 8 to 12. Finish us off. Bring us home, baby. So 1, 2, squeeze. 1, 2, squeeze. Big stretch, really sit down there. Come on. All right, boys, there is nothing freaking better than just a good gym session. A good leg day, you really can't beat it. So I went to Whole Foods. Got food for the next couple of days, but the next 3 meals especially. So I got here, meal number 4 technically, if you count that intra-workout meal, but we got, this is 230 grams of rice, and then we got like 11 ounces of this chicken. So this is the chicken, I can't pronounce it because I'm a dang idiot, I can't pronounce stuff. I forgot the type of chicken, but it's just lightly breaded. The macros aren't bad. For 3 ounces, it's like 5 grams of fat and like 20 grams of protein, I believe. So in total, I have 11 ounces. It's 18 grams of fat, 25 carbs, 73 protein. So not bad, as it's just lightly breaded. The meal plan has regular chicken breasts, but I hate chicken breasts. I'm a chicken thigh guy, so I usually have chicken thighs. But this one, honestly, not horrible macros. I mean, it's a little more fat than I probably would have, but still not horrible for the amount of protein I'm getting. And then a good amount of rice. The meal plan called for 350 grams of rice. I was just like scooping it in. I thought this was 350, but it's only 250. And then it says 8 ounces of orange juice. This is 11, so I guess kind of the carbs make up for it. So carbs post-training, so it's about 19 grams of fat, about 73 grams of protein, and then like 113 grams of carbs. It's a good amount of carbs, that's what we want. It's probably the biggest meal of the day, the post-training meal, because we want carbs, protein, still want the fats to be minimal. Again, pre-training, intra-training, post-workout, kind of within that window, you kind of want minimal fats, a lot of carbs pre-intra, and then a lot of carbs post, but also a good amount of protein. So got that here. I got the other 2 meals for the rest of the day, and I'm excited. So good lift, great meal. Let's dig in. All right, it's about 8 o'clock now. Last couple hours in the old apartment, editing, doing some work. And now we got meal number 5. This is meal number 5. This is meal number 5. So what we got here, I picked this up from Whole Foods. It was already a pre-made meal. So salmon, sweet potato, and some broccoli. It's 420 calories, about 17 fat, 29 carb, 39 protein. The meal plan was supposed to be like ground beef, sweet potato, and avocado. Kind of close in macros. Obviously, you got the sweet potato, and then salmon for some fats. That's how I'm seeing it. Avocado, healthy fats, salmon, healthy fats, and then I get some veggies here. But it was already a pre-made meal, and it's kind of good. So we're gonna have this. I already ate. I'll be honest, I'm pretty stuffed still from that last meal. What I would have done is probably, I'm at 150 grams of protein before this meal. I would have just been like, all right, I'll also have a protein shake, get my 220 grams in the day at like 2,900 calories. And what I'm doing is, although I'm full, I'm still gonna eat the 2 meals before I go to bed, because if I don't, then in about 3-4 days, I'll underfuel, and then I'll binge eat. Underfuel, binge eat. So that's where we're trying to avoid that habitual, is that the great term? That cycle. We're trying to avoid that cycle of, doing that. So that means fueling properly. And I mean, in the day, because I already put in the next meal, which I'll show, but I'll be at 3,683 calories. I'm pretty sure my maintenance is like 37 plus. And on a leg day today, like I hit 15,000 steps. I was, that leg day takes me 3 hours. It's very brutal. So I think my calories are higher than I think. And guess what? My main goals, I want to get a little more shredded. I want to get a little leaner. But honestly, the body dysmorphia, it may have left the chat, because the last couple of days I've been liking the way I've been looking. And honestly, it's just because I've been not binge eating. When I binge eat, I get so bloated and deflated for like 5 days, and I look good for a couple of days, and then I do that again. So as long as I avoid that in those big meals, I should be feeling good. I got a little tan yesterday. It's crazy how much 2 things that impact your physique: a tan and shaving your body. I shave my whole body, even my legs. I like the look of, legs, no hair on my legs. Might seem excessive, but as my brother once said, and one of my favorite quotes of all time, they don't let moss grow on the statue of David. I love that quote. They don't let moss grow on the statue of David. My dad says that to me all the time, because he always kind of makes fun of me for shaving. And he'll say that quote, and I love it. But shaving and getting a tan can make your physique look a lot better. So my body dysmorphia has been a lot better the last couple of days. I'm sure we'll return soon, but I think a large part is just following a nutrition plan. And I'm 217 right now. I'm about 17 pounds heavier than I was this time last year, and probably not as lean, but not too far off. I don't know what my body fat percentage is. I have no clue. Maybe I'll do a DEXA. I probably will do a DEXA, because DEXAs here are a lot cheaper. So do one of those and kind of see where I'm at in the next couple of weeks. But for the most part, I feel pretty good. And training's going well, man. I hit 535 for 3. Squats are going up. Bench is going up. Deadlift. All my lifts have progressed by like 40 plus pounds in the last couple weeks, and that's been good. And small things one at a time. So have this meal, and then we'll actually have one more meal in probably 45 minutes, because I go to bed in like an hour and a half anyway. So gotta eat again, drink some more water, make sure Hydromaxing. All right, last meal of the day, and I am stoked for this one. We got double Chobanis. We got 2 of these, which they finally started selling these in 4-packs. Took them long enough. The amount of times I've said to grab like 8 of them and corral them like this around the grocery store. Now they got 4-packs. But anyways, 2 of these, 40 grams protein. The Chobani. I like these. These are my favorite. I know these have 3 grams of fat per serving. I think it's made with 2% milk, but I like it way more than the fat-free. The fat-free is just not. I need a little thickness in my life. Just a little bit of thickness. Nothing crazy. So a little bit of fat in there. So we go 2 of those, and then we are gonna go some berries and some pineapple. So We'll go 250 grams of the pineapple and then 250 grams of strawberries. But I actually got the strawberry mix. Raspberry, I think blackberries, so I'll just call it berries. Yeah, throw some berries in there and then a little bit of honey. All right, we got the yogurt in. We'll go the old pineapple next. I see pineapple all the time, man. I love fruits, man. I'm getting real fruity today. Some clementines in the morning. Some freaking pineapple. 250 grams, kind of a lot. All right. Dang, this is gonna be a big old boy. Throw a little honey on top. Oh yeah, that shit looks freaking solid. All right, we'll eat this absolute beauty of a bowl. I'm gonna wrap the video up here. Finish the day at 3,682 calories, 229 protein, 556 carbs, 66 fat. Pretty damn close to my meal plan. Getting closer. You know, just fine tuning. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to get better and better. That's what all is all about. Just get better and better. So eat this, go to bed, repeat. Have a good day tomorrow. Hope you guys are getting after it, but appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sack Name Days. Peace.